Welcome back to another Travels Large ship tour. If you're new here, we welcome you as well. Here at Travels Large, we do ship tours, resort tours, and highlight destinations around the world. Today, we are boarding Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas. The Ovation of the Seas entered service in 2016.
We're on a cruise ship again. Are you excited?
Here we go. We're gonna go up to one of my favorite areas, the pool deck. There are several areas here to enjoy if you're an aquatic freak like I am. This is the main pool. It is outdoors. As you can tell, we are on an Alaskan sailing. Not a lot of people around the pool as it was cool outside, but the pools are heated, so that is one benefit. Big TV so you can catch the game. Sometimes they have those on. Or in the morning, some music videos or funny pet videos, which I also like. There you can also see the iconic North Star, which takes you up to almost 300 feet above the sea level to get a great view, which Alaska is the place you definitely want to take advantage of that. Plenty of seating out here for everybody, plenty of life vests for the kiddos, and over here we highlight the water area, which is one highlight for my son who was on the trip with me. He enjoyed playing in this area when it was open. Being an Alaskan cruise, unfortunately, it was not open very many of the days. Here you can see it's open, and as you can tell, it's not overly packed. So plenty of area there for the children to enjoy. One little guy there. The indoor pool was where it was happening. They had water aerobics, got 2 hot tubs, a pool that is also heated, and a little like splash area for the little ones to enjoy on board the ship as well. The pool here is not too terribly deep. My son is not the best swimmer. He was able to enjoy it. Another highlight, the Flowrider right here. As you can see, this was one of the popular attractions. Right next, got Spider-Man there. He's enjoying a little bit of time, highlighting some of the things you can do while on a board out there. These guys were professionals. There is no way you'd catch me doing this. However, my son was all about it. He wanted to do it. Unfortunately, even on a 7-night cruise with the size of this ship, we ran out of time to be able to enjoy this area. I can't do this like she does. Power to her. I would totally be wiped out the entire trip. For the adults, you have the Solarium. This is up front of the ship. It is an enclosed area. Beautiful view, especially if you're in Alaska. This cascading pool is just a beautiful place to sit back, relax, and watch the sea go by. Like, you can't beat this. It is where I would love to be. However, as you can tell, since we were in Alaska, this was one of the areas that was well packed. Now we go into dining. I always like a good meal. You have Silk here, which is a part of the main dining room group. They have them split up. That way you're not all crammed in one large dining hall. You have the American Icon, which if you are a person who has the My Time dining, this is going to be one of the restaurants that you are probably seated at. The lasagna was great. This guy, like, I don't know how he moves with things on his head. You'll see him later up at the buffet. Like, power to him. It's something I couldn't do. On the lower decks, for people that have assigned dining times, you have Cheap Dining Room. It is another area which you can enjoy complimentary dining, and then the Grand, another place that you can enjoy that dining as well while you're on board the cruise. Nobody is in the dining room. It is before hours, so I was able to catch the whole dining room. Coastal Kitchen, if you're in the suites, that is a part of your benefits that you get on board the Ovation of the Seas. Fish and chips is available. It is open during certain hours. You have a couple options there on the house, or if you want to go a little bit more, you can get yourself that lobster tail. Go ahead, you deserve it. Like, come on, you're on vacation. Splurge a little bit, enjoy. Over here we have Izumi, which is a cost extra dining option, but what I hear is great sushi rolls. I'm not a sushi connoisseur myself. However, this place was always packed during dining hours. Jamie's Italian, I have ate at this restaurant on another cruise, and I would honestly say it is worth the money. I enjoyed this restaurant. Of course, I love Italian food. So this is the place to go enjoy that. You can dine inside or you can dine al fresco out here on the, I call it the Promenade, and enjoy those beautiful views. Might get a little chilly at night, but worth it for the views. Wonderland, if you're wanting to get a little daring and try something different, this is going to be the dining option for you. Once again, I've done this on a different cruise that I've sailed with Royal Caribbean. It was enjoyable, a little outside. I am a picky, heavy-set guy, so my food tastes are kind of there. Windjammer, it is a staple on every Royal Caribbean cruise I have been on. Plenty of options. There is food as far as the eye can see. During breakfast, of course, you got cereals, milks, eggs, meats, everything. They have pastries that are made fresh on board. As you can see here, some of those pastries were more into a lunch setting here, where there are several options as well. You got fish, ham, beef, pretty much anything in between. If there's something you're curious about, drop a comment down below. The pasta bar was my son's favorite place to get food, whether it was lunchtime or dinner. Plenty of options there for him as well. My favorite spot, the desserts. I really need to stay away from that place, but hey, it's a cruise. It's what you can do. So you're gonna find me there. Just 100% honesty. Starbucks right here. If you want some Starbucks coffee, they have it, and it is a part of a Starbucks drink package. Once again, he's got stuff on his head. Like, how does he do that? I couldn't walk. The cafe at 270 is at the aft of the ship, near the 270 venue. Here you can get light snacks, and it's kind of a grab and go place. They also have espresso that you can purchase, but they also have the complimentary drinks over here on this side with different juices, water, tea, coffee, what have you. So you have all those options right there, and this place is open several hours of the day. Cafe Promenade, great place you can find as well. A little bit lighter on the fare. Got some sandwiches, some wraps, some light desserts, coffee as well. Tea is also found in here. So you have those options you can get. I think there's also some hot chocolate. Over here we have the Doghouse, which is at the SeaPlex on, I believe it's deck 16. This place here has pastries that are a little fancier. You can buy those for a small upcharge. I think the average I saw there was about $3.50. If you want a can of soda, you can buy it there as well. Very friendly. My son's absolute favorite place, the ice cream. Like, I never saw anybody in line on an Alaskan cruise more often than him. However, as you can see right here, I took advantage as well. I ain't gonna lie. The Solarium Bistro is up by the adults only solarium, and as well you can grab a bite to eat in here as well. Sorrento's Pizza, there was some talk about them maybe charging for this. However, it was complimentary on this cruise, and I think that extra upcharge has been kind of put to bed. I don't think they're actually going to be doing that. The Coca-Cola Freestyle machine. Into the bars, Amber and Oak is an English style pub. There you can get different ales and beers. I did not go in there during this trip outside of just capturing the video here, but it looks like a nice place where you can have karaoke and some live music at night. So that might be something you want to check out on your trip. That Bionic Bar. Me and my son did check this out because he's kind of into the robotics and whatnot. So here you can see robots are making up some drinks. They have an iPad that you kind of order. Well, I don't even know if it's a branded iPad, but my son waiting for his Sprite to be made. And all the choices of beverages there, where these will just sit, put on a show, and you can enjoy as your drink is made. Over here we have the Schooner Bar, which you can find on most Royal Caribbean ships, if not all. I haven't sailed them all yet. That is a goal I have. Sunshine Bar up there with the Solarium. Great place to grab a quick beverage if you want to sit there and just kind of kick back and relax. Vintages, if you're a wine connoisseur, they have several different types of wine right here on tap. All you have to do is put that on your sign and sail card, and you can get a glass of wine in different ounces of pours. Boleros, we're more into the clubs now. Live music club, more of a Latin theme here that you will see during the evenings. They also have a bar in here with plush, comfortable chairs. Something you can enjoy on your night out around the ship. Something for everyone to enjoy if you wish. The Diamond Club. Didn't spend any time in there because I'm not a part of that group yet with Royal Caribbean. However, it's available. They have a library on board with some computers if you need to access the internet. And then a couple books there off to your left. This is backed by the 270. The Music Hall. Unfortunately, I did not partake in any events in this event space on this cruise. I am actually very disappointed about that because that is 2 cruises on a Quantum class ship that I have not enjoyed that venue. They also have slot machines because on the lower level it does tie into the casino. The Royal Theater. I saw a couple shows in here. Saw a comedian and I forgot the name of the show that we saw that night. However, it was a great production. I would definitely recommend any Royal Caribbean entertainment that you can get your hands on because I have always enjoyed it. I have been on approximately 8 Royal Caribbean cruises and I've enjoyed every one of them. 270 of it is its own event space that is quite unique compared to any other cruise that I have ever sailed on outside of Quantum of the Seas back in 2019. This is a dynamic event area. During the day, as you can see, it's kind of just a lounge with great views of, not to be specific, but 270 degrees of the outdoors with these tall windows. That way you can take in all the views, which on an Alaskan cruise is just breathtaking. And then if you wanted to get spicy, we get at nighttime here, where we had a show that night. We have screens that move on robotic arms, lighting, sound, the stages move around. Like, there is a lot going on in this venue to keep your attention. Something I think everybody can enjoy. It's Spectrum, I believe it's Spectra's Cabaret is the show that we saw in this venue. The Casino Royale, if you want to help fund the cruise for everybody else, this is the place to do it. Or you may even get a little lucky. I am not a huge casino connoisseur, but if gaming is your thing, this is the place. They got blackjack, Texas Hold'em poker, slot machines as far as you can see. Definitely a place that gets busier at night. With an Alaskan cruise, it's fairly port heavy, so you're not going to have a whole lot. Challenger's Arcade for the kiddos. Of course, you got your claw machine, my favorite, the skee ball. The prize hub for the ticketed items. Got Star Wars Battle Pod. Can never go wrong with Mario. Kate in there playing a game. For the kiddos, Adventure Ocean. This is an area if your kids would like, however, some time away from mom and dad and hang out with other people their age, this is the place. This here is for the little ones. They got sinks for their size. I was amused with the Legos and so was my son. They have a slide and just some climbing stuff there that they can enjoy. For those that are about my son's age, which on this cruise he was 8 years old, there is this room where they have activities. The SeaPlex at the back of the ship on, I believe it's deck 16. This is a transformational space where they usually have bumper cars, sometimes laser tag. I have seen on a previous cruise. I did not see it on this one, however. They have an Xbox area with several Xboxes and games like Fortnite. There's a hockey game, just to name a few. A couple options there for the kiddos to pass some time. Also, they have rollerblading, dodgeball, volleyball, all sorts of organized activities that take place down below. Here on deck 15, great outdoor place to walk, the North Star Bar, which brings us to one of the most iconic parts of the Quantum class ships, is the North Star itself. Unfortunately, I did not get the opportunity to go up in the North Star because there is a weight limit that unfortunately I do exceed. The ripcord, which is also at the back of the ship, is something if you're into skydiving. It's a basically a wind tunnel there that you can enjoy that at the back. If you're looking for some great views and a quiet place to hang out on deck 5 Promenade, there's loungers. If you're a smoker, there's places there to smoke. Here we are at Shore Excursions. If you forgot to pre-book them, you can buy the remaining excursions for your trip here on some tablets. Guest Services is a place we stopped a couple times. They were significantly helpful. A couple lines there, but overall very helpful. Next cruise, book it on board is the best time to book a cruise. Like, I've done this personally several times myself. You can get large savings. Hopefully this is one place you'll never have to see, but it is there if you need it, is the medical center. They have hours posted there. However, if there's an emergency, they are available. Unfortunately, there was an emergency on our cruise. If you are an art collector, they have several artists featured here. Now on to some shopping. For those that enjoy shopping, they have a beauty supply store, so makeup, things like that. Port merchants, which is going to be liquors, which are all duty free. All your name brands are featured here and usually much cheaper than land. However, consult your country before you purchase, that way you don't overbuy. Prince and Green is kind of a local store set up to sell things that are Alaskan themed. I believe some of this stuff is even made in Alaska. Sundries, one of my favorite places. I used to call it the logo shop. Kind of depends on which cruise you're on, but you can get all things Royal Caribbean in this store. Regalia, I don't even know if I said that right, but is the fine jewelry on board. I am not a fine jewelry wearer. However, looks like everybody kind of had their ideas and some shopping. I believe there's some good discounts. A lot of watches. If you want to buy a new watch, might be a time to think about it. However, look at all that things. Look at all that stuff. The Royal Esplanade, that is the main thoroughfare of the ship. Kind of like the indoor promenades that you see on some of the other Royal Caribbean ships. Activities, this is the main hub, day and night, where you can enjoy. So the Promenade is definitely a place where you can find activities going all day and night. So if you found this video helpful, check out this video here. This is on board the Quantum of the Seas in 2019. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. In a small world, travels large.